a little snug, by the way, as we discussed yesterday. I need to drop a few pounds after I get my free burger. It is the Thursday edition. The 12 in a row after winning 11 in a row. And if you believe in jinxes, well, Will Summers and Alex Strofe were not guilty of jinxing the Milwaukee Brewers, who win their 12th straight game. What a run, what a team. What's next? Maybe a World Series berth for the first time since 1982 edition. The Packers are in Indianapolis as they get ready to have a joint practice with the Colts today edition. And the good news for Tausch, at channel3000.com, he can read all about Irish kicker Mark McAfee.
Oh, God.
You can do that in between holes today. Come on. There's like 3 other stories from yesterday also that are more pertinent to the 2025 season. But it'll be a good read for you edition. I'm Wilde Tausch.
Okay.
On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, which I can't get myself centered properly, on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay, roughly 39 miles from my nearest George Webb in Peshtigo. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from an undisclosed location he may or may not disclose, but it's one where we don't have video of him. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tausch. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's a beautiful day. Burgers, golf. Like, I don't know how you beat it. I'm a little.
Are you walking right now?
I have the internet. No, not yet.
Sounds like you're moving.
No, I'm sitting on my big keister. I do not have a too snug George Webb shirt on, but I don't know. I have this all set up because my Vista behind me, it's similar to when we were out in California. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous, but I have the internet hooked. I have the vMix link. I'm all set, and it won't click. So I'm very frustrated with that, but I'm not going to let that sour.
Very, very, very frustrating.
Here. Yeah.
That's too bad. I was really looking forward to seeing a large swath of the table that your iPad is on, and then a little bit of the Vista behind you. But
Judge, how's it being perfect? It must be just exhausting.
It can.
I know
be
I
at
am
times.
exhausted listening to you.
I'm sure
I
you
believe it. Yeah,
so what do you got going on since we're not seeing your Vista? What do you got going on today? What are you doing?
Yep. I got a fun little weekend planned, some golf, some relaxing. Sarah and I are up here with some other couples, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend. So I'm teeing off here about, I don't know, after the show, and then we're just going to enjoy the weekend up here. Got a couple weekends here before, what's so funny?
I'd like to book a tea time. Oh,
what's so
funny?
funny?
Mr. Tauscher, what time would you like that to be? Oh, after the show.
We can get you in. 9 or 18.
It's post-show, yeah. They just will accommodate. Yeah. No, I think it's like at 1. It's like 1:05, something like that. It's I'm gonna grab a little lunch beforehand, maybe hit a couple balls. I don't hit a ton of balls, anyways. I'm actually missing the old. I told you guys this, the old COVID era of golf where you couldn't warm up and you could drop the ball out of the sand and all this other stuff. Unfortunately, that passed on. That was the one thing about COVID I actually.
How about
liked.
unfortunately?
So, it'll be a great day.
Well, we look forward to that. We look forward to your
the
reports.
golf has changed, that you're prepping, and
yeah,
I'll give you that
so
back, yep.
So the girls have their the first WIAA, I believe, sanctioned event today for both of them competing in a golf match this morning, which I'm not at. I'm with you guys. I'm not walking the course.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Are you
That's
proud
because
of
you
me?
got the bad foot. If you're
No, I'm
if
good.
Your
I would have
toe
pushed
is
through it.
100% healthy, you're off today.
No, if my foot would have been, I would have pushed through it. I pushed through the pain as a helicopter parent. But
Well, I I sent you that note from this. I think it's the Steelers player or Saints, New Orleans Saints player, turf toe out 6 weeks. So I hate to say this, you're one tough hombre. You are a tough hombre getting back out there and jumping back in.
Yeah, well, anything.
I still think you're really soft.
Anything for you guys. Yeah, so do I, actually. All right, well, we're excited for you to have some well-earned time off and get you out there on the course.
It's been a minute.
So we look forward to that.
Speaking of the devil, I think you're taking off tomorrow, too. So let nobody judge you.
I stand in solidarity with you.
Yeah,
what a team. So my question for you is this. How did you consume yesterday, like you consume your Coors Lights, how did you take in the Brewers' 12th consecutive win, earning those George Webb burgers, and more importantly, continuing their torrid stretch of baseball as we get into the dog days of August and then we get into a pennant race? How did you watch the game, listen to the game, Lane Grindle on the final out call? What'd you do?
So yesterday, we finished the show. I had a couple things I had to do, and then Sarah and I went to pick up Eleanor from her camp. So what I did, I watched a little bit before we left on whatever they're calling that station now. I think it's FanDuel, right? I don't want to give – is that the name of it? So watch that.
FanDuel Ice Cream.
You see the Brewers you pull ahead, and I don't know about you. I felt like I had burgers in hand. Madison's home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN Madison. And all of a sudden, I'm like, what? It's 6-5, huh? What? The burgers are in jeopardy. And then as we got to the campsite, I think was it 7th inning that they kind of pulled away and then, really finished it with the single to score 2 and go up 12-5. And it was kind of, I thought apropos that we scored 12 runs because of 12 wins. But that was how I consumed it. So it was mostly radio, a little bit on the telly. But it's just, I've said this now for a while, that this is one of those seasons, if you have any access to, you try and catch up and find a way to either watch the highlights or see in real time what's going on, because we all now, there's no longer is this team special? This team is really special. To what degree, we'll find out. But the question I have, and I'm already hearing it from friends of mine that are diehard Brewer fans.
Oh, boy.
When do we start getting nervous? And I said, don't sweat it. Let's get to September 22nd. And then, hopefully by then, you got the 1 seed wrapped up, all this other stuff. Then you can start sweating. Can they win a postseason? I don't think we need to start freaking out about that at this point, because we always talk about enjoying the journey.
Yes.
Well, there's no more enjoyable journey than what we're having right now. We all want to get to the same destination. And I found out from doing Jim, Matt, and Molly yesterday, there is potential for this Brewers team. And I'm not jinxing anything. There is potential. And I heard it from the wonderful Jesse J. Nelson, who, by the way, what a grinder this week.
Wonderful.
All shows all week.
2-a-days.
He said that it is possible Sunday night the Brewers could wrap up the World Series the same night that the Green Bay Packers go to Pittsburgh. Game 5. How sweet will that be if that's how it plays?
I got bad news for you.
You lied to me?
I did.
He's working so hard he was getting information wrong.
Jesse, what the? What the?
I did a little.
Oh my God!
They released the.
You can't just keep throwing stuff out and think it's gonna stick.
This is gonna be quite the show.
So they released the.
Oh God!
They released the postseason schedule. And this is actually good. This is going to be good news and a public service announcement for everybody. Should we get there? I don't want to start counting any chickens.
I couldn't be more frustrated.
I understand. Yeah, if only we could see your face.
Why don't you stop? Why don't you stop me mid-sentence? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that would have been the right thing to do.
I honestly,
read the room.
I forgot what you were going to reference until you said it.
I knew what he was going to say.
It's the only. No offense. It's the only interesting thing you asked me yesterday. No offense, Jesse.
None taken.
I think there was some offense intended there. So there was some concern that should the Brewers, who do have the best record in baseball by 5+ games at this point, so it's okay to speculate. Should they be in the World Series? There is no World Series game scheduled per the MLB postseason schedule that was released yesterday. There is no World Series game scheduled on Sunday night, October 26th, when the Packers and Steelers play in the Aaron Rodgers revenge game.
And Jason, we're old enough to remember when the NFL wouldn't play on Sunday.
Correct.
In respect to the World Series.
Yeah.
I was still playing, like my first couple of years.
I'm old enough to remember that.
And now,
are you sure? Your facts have not been great.
Major League Baseball is saying, I think we need to steer clear of this juggernaut. We're not going to play on Sunday. We're better off playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever it is.
Bully balled them.
It is bully ball, but it's the reality of business. So
game one would be
so frustrating.
Game one would be Friday night, October 24th. Game two is Saturday the 25th. They have a day off on Sunday. Then games 3, 4, and 5 would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, that's good. It won't conflict then with the parade.
Correct. That would be in New York against the Yankees, probably, right? Because as I told you yesterday, the ideal scenario for me as a Brewers fan is we're so sick of those tambourine bats or whatever they called those things in the beginning of the season.
Torpedo bats.
Everybody was saying, "Oh my gosh, this," and it would just be so blank and poetic if we torpedoed the Yankees end of the season to shut that whole thing off and win a world championship. That's what I'm hoping for. I feel like we're probably putting the cart before the horse a little bit, but I don't care. I am excited, and that is what I hope. And until proven otherwise, that's where I want to see this thing go.
I don't really care about the opponent. If they're in the World Series, that's good enough for me. I am a little worried that we're like your friends who reached out to you, which this is what I'm really intrigued by. Are we just constantly bracing ourselves for disappointment? Like, is it a self-preservation mechanism, a defense mechanism that we're already worrying about when we're going to start getting nervous? Is that what we're doing? And do Packers fans do that too? Or is that just like the Bucks won a title and we were certainly nervous when they were down 2-0 in multiple series on their way to the title, right?
Yes, we were.
And now, like, I believe that the folks that texted you, your Brewers fan friends, authentically feel that way already. Like, they go from the euphoria of free burgers to, all right, when do we start getting nervous? Right? Is that just how we're wired?
100%. Yeah, I think we've been scorned so much. And I think Wisconsin sports fans feel a smidge cursed. I think we feel that there's, we always talk about the kind of the insecurity, especially on the NBA side with all the Giannis rumors. And we want to be loved. We want to love our teams. And we want to brace ourselves for what seems to be inevitable, disappointing finish with the fact that we've had these MVPs and these great teams and these teams that have been positioned to win. And when you don't, it hurts and you want to protect yourself. That's a natural, kind of a natural thing. My question, I was going to ask this on Twitter and I forgot. What happens if the Brewers win 12 more and get to 24? Do you now double patty it? Or do you go, what does George Webb do?
I think they do it again.
If they get to 24.
Yeah, I think they got to
know what I mean? Do they do it again or do they double patty it? Because the league, and we looked this up because Eleanor, as we're coming home.
Great to have her back,
the Brewers
lost.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. She is a beacon.
Wish she would have been on the postseason schedule for you, but that's okay.
Have they lost a game yet this season, she asked. And I said, yeah, they have lost a game. I know it seems like maybe they haven't. But the all-time winningest unbeaten streak, I think, is 26 games. There is a tie in there because she actually did the research on Sarah's phone.
Glad somebody does.
You get to 24, is it you just reset and do the same thing again? Because, again, man, I would be highly doubtful that this happens, but I would have been highly doubtful after they got to 11 that they'd reset and get like 3 weeks later. So it's all of this stuff. You can get it insecure, all this thing. There's just so many fun storylines, and that for you, Jason, has to be probably one of the most fun parts about this whole deal.
They're a phenomenal story. It is great. I am definitely invested now. I'm paying more attention than I normally would. And again, look, I get that a large block of our listenership on this show is interested in the Packers. It's one of the great things about this show for me because I don't have to pretend like I'm an expert on some other teams, right? We have great experts. We have Jeff Levering. We have Justin Garcia. We have Eric Name. We've got so many good people that help us be smarter. We've got Jeff Passan that I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not. Right now, I'm just interested because they're such a great story. And because to do what they've done, I mean, look, we all gave Strofe and Will a hard time that they got to 11 wins. Those two knuckleheads went out with their lawn chairs and parked in front of a George Webb, and then they lost. The fact that they came close and then went and put together a 12-game winning streak to get the burgers, I mean, that's hard to beat storyline-wise. The only way you beat it is if you keep winning and you end up going to the World Series and then you go and win it. So I hope that turns out to be the case. This team feels not like a team of destiny and all these other things, but it feels special. And I hope that they can sustain it because that's exactly right. Like, you know, the Andrew Vaughns and the idea that they've brought this team together on a budget and have the success that they have, this is awesome to be a small part of as we watch it from the distance that we watch it from. Now, I wish George was still an usher. He was still helping people to their seats because he'd be loving every minute of it. I'm sure, Jesse, that you and your dad are talking Brewers every time you talk because you're both excited. That's the stuff about a team that gets on a roll and sports in general is it brings all of us together. We all get excited about the same thing. And while I may not be a fan, I am definitely a fan of this story and the excitement that this team is generating.
What I think is awesome is, well, a lot of things about this. Number one, when you look at the scope of this entire season so far, the Brewers have been at the center of the national baseball storylines the whole way. Starting with the opening series and how bad it went at Yankee Stadium and the debut of the torpedo bats. The Brewers were front and center with that. Then you get into May and June, and then the Miz makes his debut, and that becomes a thing that people take notice of nationwide. And now these back-to-back winning streaks, including the free burgers, where I'm listening to ESPN radio late last night driving around, and they're talking about it last night. They're talking about it on the national news shows this morning. Like, this is now transcending sport where everybody's taking notice of the city of Milwaukee and the Milwaukee Brewers' hot streak. Like, that's what makes this feel extra special. I watched the Just a Bit Outside documentary with my mom and dad last year, and it was awesome. Is this, to you guys, starting to feel like 1982? Does it have that same type of buzz, that same type of electricity? Like, did you know it then when it was happening, and do you feel it now?
Tosh was 5. I was 10.
I don't remember the 82. What? Yeah, I think what this reminds me of.
What did George
Jason,
say?
And I do.
He said yes.
Well, that fits good.
I thought
obviously that show. I learned a lot. No, I learned a lot from that movie, the 82 movie, Just a Bit Outside. This reminds me of 87, and I remember that streak, the 13 games that George Webb, but sustained. Because if you remember that season, I do believe the Brewers fell off a cliff the next month. And we saw a little stretch of, some iffy baseball early. This has been a sustained run, and that they're doing it in a way that is sustainable. So whether or not they win the World Series, we don't know. Obviously, you're going to position yourself and you're going to give yourself the best opportunity to do it. But this is just, I think we have to stop looking at ourselves as this America's underdog, because you can't really be an underdog when you've been the best team in baseball for the vast majority of the season. And look at yourself like you're the big boys, even though your salary and how you view it isn't. Because you don't go, and I don't remember who it was, Reynolds from Pittsburgh. But after yesterday's game, he hit a couple home runs. He basically, like, nobody wants to see this team. This is a great baseball team. And I think a lot of times we're looking at it like, you can't say it's fluky because it's been, or spooky. It's more spooky because I think we're going to get a little spooky as we get going. But this is more, to sustain this, you have to be really blanking good. And this team is. And I think that this whole concept of us going into a shell and not embracing that, I know the guys in that dugout and that clubhouse are not. They're going to look at it from the perspective of, let's keep doing what we're doing, right, but let's just go win. Let's just go win this whole dang thing.
To Tausch's very salient point, the Milwaukee Brewers, on the strength of their 13-game winning streak to begin the 1987 season, on May 2nd, they were 20-3. They then proceeded to lose 12 straight games.
Do people have to take burgers? Do people have to take burgers into George Webb?
Everybody has to go work an 8-hour shift at George Webb.
How about that? If you redeem and get a burger and we lose 12 in a row, you have to go put an 8-hour shift in. How fun would that promotion be?
And all the workers get to eat the food that we make.
I am
that actually would be genius if they did that.
I'm so proud of you guys right now because I was hoping that was a slam dunk alley-oop to you guys, and you did not disappoint me. They actually lost 18 of their next 20 overall. Like, they followed up that 12-game losing streak with 2 wins, and then they lost 6 more in a row.
I've never heard that part of that story.
No, that's why there's no documentary. They did finish 91-71 that year. They finished 3rd in their division. That was obviously in an era when there were no wild card berths, etc. But that is, to Tausch's point, that ain't this.
No.
This team has proven over the course of the last X number of months, especially ever since Pablo's birthday party, that they are more than that. But we will see where this journey takes them. We are all now more invested than we were when Jesse was questioning the veracity of the manager's job security. But it is a fun ride, and we are eager to see where it takes this team and the Brewers fan base from here. We do need to get to the Packers as well, because I know that's why most of you come here. But Tausch has to tell us about another reason why everyone comes here, is to learn about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Indeed, and for long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy. Trust Pella. Each piece specifically constructed for your home, and it's always designed with innovation, rigorously tested for quality and performance, and it's built to create long-term energy savings. No reason to wait. Order up by August 31st. Get 0 interest for up to 60 months. That's 5 years. No interest payments. Don't miss this deal. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more. Certain restrictions do apply.
We will not devote a large portion of the program to the Mark McNamee story, but we will devote it to the Packers, who are in Indianapolis. Their joint practice with the Colts kicks off a little bit before 2 o'clock Central Time. So it'll be after we're done. So even if I was there, I'd be doing the show from a hotel.
I always get thrown off on Indy.
They are currently an hour ahead of us.
So it's 1 o'clock our time.
So Matt Laflur is going to talk at 1 o'clock. No, it's 2 o'clock our time. It's 3 o'clock their time that they start this practice.
Isn't that weird? I'm still fascinated by that, but I'm not going to bore you with that. It's the whole thing's just
too
fascinating.
Late.
That's actually funny, Jason.
More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Well done.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
You're talking about a security blanket that's not involved in the pass game. If you're just talking about rushing, that's James Cook for the Buffalo Bills. Now, as you mentioned the pass game, he's also an extension of that. You can run him on routes that we call H choice, right? He runs up against a linebacker. He has a choice to go inside, break outside, or carry that route over top for a big home run hitter. James Cook has the ability to do all these things. He's come out of the backfield. He's run a corner route before. All these things James Cook provides for you at the running back position. So it was very, very important that they got this deal done. Annual salary, $12 million per year. That's right around the same area with Alvin Kamara and also Josh Jacobs for the Green Bay Packers. But I'm so glad they got this done because James Cook is a major part of the formula in Buffalo when you're talking about their offense.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
We'll take a break from Brewers fever to talk a little Packers.
Hey,
but
before you do that, Jason,
yeah.
Jesse, before we do that, and I agree with you, Jesse, you are the biggest Brewer fan of this group. I would say I'm second, and Jason's third. Jason's catching. I'm catching you.
He's not a fan.
Are you nervous? Or are you all in just on the celebration and enjoying your dry hamburger that you decided not to put anything on, which is interesting to me too?
Oh, I definitely was planning on exploring that portion of the program.
Yeah, we can hit that later. But are you getting nervous? Are you? When do you flip the switch?
So here's, I guess, my official stance on it. Now that they've won the
official
yes,
stance.
now that
I wasn't looking for like a political statement. This is okay.
Thank you for your attention in this matter.
Yeah, jeez, all caps, baby.
Would you like me to answer the question?
Yes, continue.
But you
Stop
go ahead
pouting.
anyway.
Stop being a powder.
Now that they have won the 12 straight and have won the free burgers for the state of Wisconsin, winning the division, which next week's 5-game series with the Cubs will go a long way to likely determine if they're almost in cruise control to get to that or not, and then locking up a first-round bye in the playoffs, which, quite frankly, could come along with winning 100 games. Like, we're in that ballpark to start talking about now. Those are the 3 metrics that are left.
You're going to start having a conversation? You're going to have a conversation about that?
I think it is fair to start thinking about when to have the conversation about winning 100 games, yes.
Don't start having... These types of things can go the other way, too, you know.
They can.
Yes, they can.
So why don't you just enjoy the ride and shut the hell up?
So this is why I wanted to work my way to my official stance here.
Okay.
Those 3 things are kind of the checkpoints still to go for what the regular season holds. But I feel like they're going to make the playoffs. That bet is cashing at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. They're making the playoffs. I don't think I need to see anything more in the regular season from the 2025 Milwaukee Brewers.
Start resting your starters?
Well, I'm not saying rest the starter. I'm saying I'm convinced. This is a team that is capable of winning a championship. So I don't think there's anything more that can happen in the regular season that will make me feel better about their chances to win a World Series. And the argument from Cubs fans or whomever else saying, all right, that's cute, do it in the playoffs, is a valid one until the Brewers prove they can do it in the playoffs. We have no comeback to that because of what the last 7-8 years have been in the golden age of Brewers baseball. It's been a lot of good stuff, but they haven't gotten it done in the playoffs outside of 2018 going to Game 7 of the NLCS. So I'm in that boat. There are some nice check marks still to go, but otherwise, I am ready. Let's see it in the playoffs.
So, Jesse, you're saying yesterday, getting the 12th win, best record, 7.5, whatever the game lead is against the Cubs, best record in baseball by 5 or 6 games. You're saying yesterday was kind of that line of demarcation. You still have a couple of things you want to see, but for now, you're going to continue enjoying. You're not thinking postseason yet, or are you? Did yesterday trigger the postseason thoughts, even though it's middle of August?
It was the last big check mark of all right, this team has done just about everything you could possibly hope for. Yeah, the burger standard.
Burgers was the big check mark?
Burgers was one of the big, obviously, winning the division, taking care of the Cubs in the 5-game series next week. Those are big things, too. But
pretty big series.
As far as believing that the team is capable of winning a World Series, the opposite of Dunzo. Someone tweeted, we need to bring Funzo the clown in for this season because it's been so great.
Oh, we got a clown.
There's no way Dunzo is going to show up until they are, if they ever lose again, and if they are ever eliminated in the playoffs. That's the only time Dunzo is going to show up this year. So there's nothing I need to see that would convince me as a Brewers fan that they are capable of winning the World Series. There's nothing more this regular season.
Are we
okay? Little housekeeping too that I just want to know.
Sure.
So obviously the Cubs stalled and wouldn't play us because they didn't want the Miz. Is the Miz going to be back in the rotation anytime soon, or where are we at with the Miz?
Yeah, they haven't announced their Friday starter.
Yeah,
because it's possible he's going to go to some degree.
So, and it would have been Tobias Meyer's turn in the rotation. He started last week, and he pitched the final 2 innings yesterday. So
what does that tell you?
That would lead many to speculate that the Miz, who was scheduled to make a start Friday this week, either in AAA or in Cincinnati, I think he's going to start tomorrow night. And then they're going to have him in one of the Cubs games next week also. That's what I think is happening. Yeah. No inside.
Do your little
no inside sourcing there. That's just reading the tea leaves.
All right. I first of all, are we issuing this official statement in some sort of official capacity from you? Are we posting that to all of our social media channels?
I can draft up a press release if you would like. Yeah, I can. like a transfer portal.
Jason, what did you even learn from what he just said?
Nothing. I
don't know what he said. The burgers were the big checkpoint.
Did you miss the entire point of what I said?
Nah, kind of.
I don't even know if you had
I think
one.
I did.
am convinced
They've proven that they are capable of winning a World
worthy.
Series.
Tausch, do you believe they are capable of winning the World Series?
They've won.
Yes.
They're 27-3 or whatever they are.
Exactly. Jason, are they capable of winning the World Series?
What? That's like saying the show is on the air today.
Are they capable of winning the World
There's
Series?
a lot of technical things that could come up. So
also true.
I feel,
see,
I think I feel more confident on that side of it.
There's nothing that's going to happen from now until September 28th or whatever the last day of the season is where you're going to say that, okay, now
the
I think they are.
1987 Brewers lost 12 in a row.
Doesn't matter.
What if they have a long losing streak?
Nope, doesn't matter. They can have a long losing streak and they're still going to be okay.
This is a.
I'll join that club.
This is the worst.
This team's resilient, even if they do struggle. I'm not. There is no way. Even if the Oakland A's from 2 seasons ago come in and they get swept, I am not going to be writing any edicts. Or if the Rockies or the White Sox, whoever, stinky teams, there's no edict. Nothing can happen in this next stretch unless they really fill their britches. That will change my mind on this team. They've proven enough to say, yeah, this is the squad.
I agree with you to a point, but Jesse's proclamations historically have not gone well. So I'm always leery when he decides to issue an official statement. I would also say this, and again, I don't know what the future holds either, but this is great. They got the burgers. They've won a ridiculous number of games over the last couple of months.
Big checkpoint, I heard. This is a big checkpoint.
Very
in their
big.
season.
But again, the question that Tausch has proposed, which I would like to get some feedback on the Carbless Talk and text line, is the right question. The idea, is this the greatest regular season by the Milwaukee Brewers ever? I mean,
on track to there's
like, first of all, what are people you're in the moment, right? No one's going to say, well, I don't know, that 93 team that got off to were in a really good spot until they faded down the stretch. Man, were they good. Like, no one's going to say, no, it's not, because they're playing at a level that we've never seen over a 30-game stretch. The question, and I'm happy to take calls and texts on this, because I think Tausch nailed it, is, are you living in the moment? Are you enjoying this, being where your feet are, as people like to say, with this baseball team? Or are you now that you got your little burger coupon coming out today, now are you starting to get nervous? Because that's how we are conditioned. Wisconsin sports fans do that sort of thing.
Yeah, we do. We do. I am going to say this, Jason. I'm going to make my own proclamation, if I may.
Official statement.
Yes, this is my official statement.
I do declare.
I am going to enjoy the ride and not think postseason baseball until September 18th, when Shaq is playing DJ after the game against the Angels. September 18th is my cutoff. That's when I start thinking postseason. I am going to, for the next, 34 days, I am going to enjoy and not think about some of the disappointments and some of the other things. I am going to just say, what a squad, enjoy, love, 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 love. And then when Shaq finishes his DJ set at AmFam Field on the 18th of September against Mike Trout's Angels, that's when I am flipping the script and saying, it's time. That is my official Brewers declaration.
That is what
Could
you
that
will
be
say.
more specific?
Shazam!
Could I be more specific? I don't know.
DJ Diesel.
Saw DJ Diesel up at Bree Stevens when he was. I don't remember which act he opened for. He was good.
Yeah, I think he
entertaining fella.
Didn't he open for Hootie for the AmFam Championship?
Rucker? Yeah,
it could have been Hootie.
I think he did.
It could have definitely been Hootie.
Yeah. Where was DJ Paris Hilton? Was that Summerfest a few years ago?
She's a DJ too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I must have missed that story. All right.
If you have, is it to the point where you just have a bunch of money? It's super easy to DJ, because I know Mike, the wedding DJ. We got Jeffrey from Celebrate. It's not an easy thing to.
It's not.
Get the
no,
chemistry.
You're right about that. Mm-hmm.
So is it just? I mean, it feels like anybody that has any type of pub. Could I go and be a DJ? Like if I go have 3 sessions with
what
Mike,
would your DJ name be?
I'd have to think on that.
DJ
but if
easy. Next question.
DJ Heavy T.
That's not nice, but true. Is that something that I could go and do?
Yes.
It feels like Shaq. Okay.
Sure you
Maybe
could.
That's I've talked a lot about sourdough, and obviously Taylor Swift on the podcast. I've been a huge sourdough fan. I want to be a sourdough guy and also a DJ that sails across the country.
Wait a minute.
Those are my 3 new hobbies. Sourdough, sailing, and DJs. That's what Tausch does.
So that's what Maryland does. So wait a minute. Because I haven't listened to the entirety of Taylor Swift's
it is so good. It's so good.
It is on my to-do list. But at some point, this did not make the headlines, she talked about sourdough bread?
Oh, no. It was probably 20 minutes of the show. And I've been raving about sourdough for a while. It's the best bread. And there's a way you can get some kit that you just can recycle the same sourdough over and over. She's putting blueberries in sourdough. She must be like Betty Crocker. I mean, she's got these whole, she's on blogs. She said if you have a sourdough blog, if you have a sourdough blog, she's been on it. That's what she said. So it's fascinating. And I want to be a part of the sourdough club.
Well, you're a sourdough guy. You're a sailor man. What else are you?
I love Kohler Services, and I love. By the way, I'm very close. As I'm sitting here right now, I'm not going to give you where I'm at, but I'm very close to that
you
great
might have
spot.
just done that.
Jesse, can you put up that picture when we went and checked all the old Kohler Service stuff and all the new great stuff that you can have? It's right down in Kohler, and this month only. 0 interest financing for 12 months, and you get a free, you don't have to pay anything for that free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. And my new buddy Chris from Oostburg, those Flying Dutchmen, one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com, request your free quote, and as always, fast professional installation from Chris or from other great pros. That's always included. Again, KohlerServicesWI.com.
All right, the Packers do have a joint practice with the Colts today. We'll get to that coming up. But I would like some texts, Jesse. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Are you like some of Tausch's Brewers fan friends who are segueing from, yay, we got free burgers, to, oh, now I'm nervous? Are you in that group, or are you just enjoying the ride? Are you managing to avoid those feelings of, I don't want to call them dread, but, okay, things are going really well. What's going to go wrong? Are you in that group, or are you thinking, do you have people around you who are like that, and you want to tell them, no, just enjoy the ride? 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liz is more. More Wilde and Tausch. Straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and The Pickler is coming to Menominee Falls with 9 indoor courts and unlimited pickleball play. leagues, clinics, tournaments, all included. The first tier of founder memberships is sold out, but you can still grab a great deal. $99 a month or $1,049 for a year. Only through the grand opening on August 23rd, with free open play, raffle prizes, and welcome gifts for the first 50 people. Go to pickler.com, hit the Menominee Falls page, and we'll see you on the court.
Craving something bold, crispy, and totally unexpected? Introducing Cheez-It Frozen Pizza. That's right, your favorite legendary snack cracker is now a pizza. Each ultra-thin, square-shaped crust is a giant original Cheez-It flavored cracker, super crispy and packed with that iconic Cheez-It taste. With mouth-watering flavors like Italian 4-cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and classic pepperoni, it is the perfect combo of crunch and crave. And with bake time as short as 8 minutes, you'll go from freezing to cheesing in no time. Find Cheez-It Frozen Pizza now at your grocer's freezer aisle.
Best Marquette games ever, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. The best regular season win ever. Marquette beat the #1 team in the country and the defending national champion. Villanova was both in January of 2017. Marquette won 74-72, though trailed by 17 and needed a 19-4 run at the end of the game. Caden Reinhardt, game-winning 2 free throws, 11 seconds left. Oh, baby, you bet the fans ran on the court. Should be required when you beat the current #1 and the defending national champ on the same night. If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding, an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more on level funding, call Steve Llewellyn, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Violent Femmes. Performing the debut album and the second album, Hallowed Ground.
You can all just kiss off in
Violent Femmes. 2 sets with intermission, no opening. Live at the Riverside Theater, Saturday, October 18th, sold out, but second show added, October 19th. Get tickets on sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com. Violent Femmes.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Even as you await the announcement from George Webb on the how to get your burger, are you nervous now about the Milwaukee Brewers? It feels like a defeatist attitude to me, Tausch, but I get it. I understand it. I do. Not here to judge. Just want to know how you're feeling. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Let's go to a call first. Let's go to Steve in Appleton. Steve, good morning. Greetings from the
Good morning.
Greater Green Bay Metroplex and the Green Bay Fox Cities Market. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Are you nervous?
So, I am not nervous.
Good.
You know why?
Why?
I remember when the Brewers moved in 1970 here, and so I watched the 82, 81. The reason why is in the beginning of this year, the Brewers weren't scoring a lot of runs, and I was nervous then, but their pitching was so strong. and they're so strong up the middle in defense, and they do the intangibles. It reminds me of Bo Ryan, who said the reason that they do well is not that they have the most talented players, but they do the intangibles well. And so you've seen a trajectory. The pitching has always been strong. They score runs without home runs. And the pitching, they can win a game 4-2 or they can win 12-5 if they score, because they have such depth in their starting pitching, and their back end is so strong that they don't have to score a lot of runs to win. They were winning. I mean, they weren't winning like they're winning now, but the trajectory, their younger players all of them have improved in their hitting. And so they lead the league in the number of times that all players have gotten a hit in a game. They went just 10 games without committing an error. They don't walk many people. They proved that when they beat the Dodgers 6 games straight, and all those kinds of things, they went out there and swept them in Los Angeles. So there's just so many things there. First of all, the constant is the pitching. And, of course, William Contreras does a great job of calling games, and he knows how to handle those pitchers. He knows when to get on their case and when to. And then, of course, Pat Murphy, the intangible there of how well he does. I noticed the other day when Andrew Vaughn bunted and they scored a run, and here's a guy's a slugger. And it's like he kind of mentioned to him, "What are you doing bunting?" And then he kind of smiles. You know, the whole idea of he just knows how to motivate them, and they're just playing. They're playing comfortable. So I don't see them going on a long losing streak. Obviously, they're not going to keep what they're doing now, obviously. But I don't think they're going to go through long losing streaks because of the quality of their starting pitching and their relief pitching. So,
Steve, outstanding call. Since Jesse wanted Tausch and I to compare this team to the '82 team, and I was 10 and Tausch was 5. You obviously are a little bit older than us. Do you see that comp, or is that just a lazy comp by Jesse because that's what he does?
The Brewers back then were, Bambi's Bombers. The key. They lived by the home run, but they still had other things. I think this team can, they lead the league in home runs in August, so they've picked that up, of course, with Andrew Vaughn. So I think there are comparables with the pitching, and obviously they don't have the stars like they had back then, but it's a different kind of team. But it's a different kind of league. So, but I do think there is a confidence. They're a younger team than that team was. Ted Simmons was older, and Ben Ogilvy and Cooper and those guys. But so they had that veteran experience. But they don't even in the playoffs just the year before.
Right.
So no, it's a different team. I think it's a better team, quite frankly, and because I just think that they have, you can have a Collins win it for you one day, and Joey Ortiz, he's improved his batting average by about 30 points. So you can watch it seems like the other thing, the intangible of they like each other, and you don't have the divas on the team. They just they'll do whatever it takes to win. So I just think there is a synergy there. I'm not a big proponent of euchre magic, but there is. I mean, I was at the game yesterday, and that was quite. They were up 6-0. I think, well, this is over. Well, all of a sudden it's 6-5, and they had bases on. I'm thinking, okay, boy, they kicked it into gear and knocked them out. So they just don't give up. They just are scrappy, and so they are. Nobody wants to play them right now.
That's true. Steve, outstanding call. I'm so glad that you called. What was it like to see Robin Yount as a rookie, by the way? I don't know how old you were in 74, but if you remember the Pilots arriving in 1970, do you remember what it was like to have that 18-year-old shortstop?
Well, I listened to a lot of games back then. We didn't have TV like we did, and getting to a game not as often. But there is a parallel between Robin Yount and Bryce Terang. Bryce Terang, is gradually getting stronger, getting more power. And you just seen it last, he hit 5 home runs in the last 6 games or something like that. And so that's where Robin Yount, he could hardly hit anything. He hit himself out of a paper bag, and then he started working out on the Nautilus. And things got stronger, and you could. And
I
remember that way back when.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, me too.
He developed, and he became much more of a doubles and power hitter. I see that in Terang. There's a parallel there, and of course, he's probably a better fielder than Robinson. But Robinson was a great fielder.
Steve, outstanding call, man. We really appreciate you chiming in. We're smarter for it. Thanks.
So, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong. He basically said Jesse's theory is idiotic in a nice way.
Yep. And a very nice way. I thought it was incredibly nice.
The pitching is better. The team's
the
better.
one thing
It's
I heard
younger,
him
there's
say,
no stars, there's home runs.
The one thing that I heard him say that I think is relatable to both teams is that, and you saw this come out in the Just a Bit Outside documentary, is that they genuinely really like each other.
Yep.
And they have a manager like Harvey Keene was for that team who understands them. You know, that story in the documentary where Ted Simmons says, you know, Harvey takes over and he has the first team meeting and he says, I only have 2 things to say to you in this team meeting. 1, I hate meetings. 2, this meeting is over. He knew what that team needed, and it sure seems like a guy who was a coach in college for a long time and coached Craig Counsell, it seems that he understands what this team needs, and he has a connectivity with them, and it's really cool to see.
It does. I think one of the interesting points our caller just brought up, and I've seen this on teams I've been a part of, and it's specifically the 1998 Wisconsin football team that ended up going on to a Rose Bowl, beating UCLA, being the worst team to ever play in a Rose Bowl. And that is playing freely. And it's real easy to play free in August and in September and when there's nothing. We were an underdog when we ended up going out to the Rose Bowl. And there was a play, and I'll never forget this. We talk about this as a group still, where, you know, Wisconsin football is conservative by nature. We're going to pound the football. We're going to play good defense. And there was a play that happened where we had an interception. And normally you run it back, whether it was Fletch or Mike Eccles. I don't remember who intercepted it, but I remember they lateraled the football to Jason Doring, and Jason Doring picked up another 30 yards. And it was just free flow, having fun within the circumstances. And it's those little things that end up making a big difference in winning at a bigger level. And that's going to be the question when you get to October. Can you still play as free, especially if you're a 1 seed and you have that? I mean, those are all going to be questions I'll start talking about on September 19th, not a day before. But that is just part of this process, that when you have that chemistry that goes on and does great things, you find those moments that you kind of see the identity work. You can look back at our 2010 team. I think one of the key moments, I don't even know how many times people talk about it, is when we went up to New England and Flynn played that game. Rodgers gets knocked out in that Detroit game. Aaron understands how important it was for him to stay healthy. Flynn goes and balls out. We almost beat it, and we don't lose another game.
Yep.
There's these little moments in time that you don't think from the outside. It's all that's fun and that's cute. But when you see a team play with that lack of restriction but still disciplined, that's when you know you got the special sauce. And I thought that was an interesting point that our caller just made.
That was a great call. Thanks, Steve. All right, Tausch, tell us a little bit about Prize Picks, because we want to get to the other side. We got one more segment left in the 9 o'clock hour, and I don't think everyone is looking at it the way Steve is.
Now, preseason football is underway. Got a bunch of other fun stuff going on. Don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. It is the simple way to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You get your picks right, you cash in, you win up to 2,000 times your cash. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California and the old great state of Wisconsin. Puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. They offer Venmo and Apple Pay and MasterCard. Quick, easy deposits into your account. And Prize Picks, they're the Thomas Edison of daily fantasy. Invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. Double your money, even if one of your picks don't hit. And this is that fun time of the year. Last year I stunk. I went more on Rodgers and less on Burrow. Not good for old T, but the season-long stuff. all the fun stuff that are going on. You can turn your sports opinions into who you think is going to have big seasons and turn it into real money on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI, and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
More next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Immediate live show streaming, a homepage customized just for you. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Bobby Portis, the mayor, joins us here on Kyle Bruston-Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN.
You can come Mr. Milwaukee. There's something that my boys do here.
Talk to me.
Available in the Apple and Android App Store. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well, born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's racing season, and that means Road America in Elkhart Lake is the best place to be. It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and I got the chance to chat with Road America's communications director, John Everett, about what makes Road America special for drivers and fans. Tell us why you think, if you haven't been, why you need to go, what's happened, and what is the future here.
Here's the deal. We're called America's National Park and Speed for a reason, because you're not dedicated to a seat. Once you come in, you can move around the facility, and there's tons of improvements to check out, including our new walkover bridge and golf cart bridge along the front straight. The Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Beach was massively popular during our IMSA event. It's always fun to sort of sit under a palm tree, put your feet in the sand, and watch some world-class racing. There's still lots of great racing coming up. You've got the GT World Challenge that's going to be August 15th through the 17th. During the VSCD8 event, September 12th through the 14th, we're going to have a fireworks show on Friday night. It's included with your event admission, so definitely check out roadamerica.com for that, because we're going to be celebrating our 70th anniversary during that event.
Be a part of race day at Road America. Visit roadamerica.com to get tickets.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We'll get to the Packers in the 10 o'clock hour, but Jesse's got a couple of text messages that we want to get to on the Brewers, who have won 12 in a row to earn yourself your burgers. But are you nervous?
Matt in Sun Prairie. Oh, sorry, Jason.
If you are, I don't think you're alone. Now you may go.
Thank you. Matt in Sun Prairie. At this point, I'm just conditioned. Super excited for where they're at today. I hate to say it. I'm just waiting for the first round playoff loss.
Oh, Matt!
That's big
Matt.
time wet blanket.
Come on, man!
Yeah, that's no fun. Are you the guy that texted Tausch yesterday?
Maybe. Or he's listening to you trying to get Murph fired in May. Could be one of those two.
Hard to forget that. So, do you think there's more people like Matt, or there's more people that are enjoying the ride? I would certainly hope there's way more people enjoying the ride.
I think there's more people enjoying the ride, but I do think there's more people that are incredibly skittish about what that Cubs Twitter people and everybody's saying, and Jesse and everybody kind of saying, you got to do it in October, because the golden age of Brewer baseball has been fun. It's been awesome, but the postseason side of it, we have not quite gotten there. And really, outside of 2018, not had a ton of success in it at all. Right. So I understand it. We saw this with Moneyball back in the early 2000s, where great regular seasons, and they weren't able to parlay that into finishing it. So you look at Kansas City, teams have found ways to do it. And for this season to be the real Cinderella, we do have to finish it. And I think that to look at it and be incredibly, like the shoe's going to drop and all this other stuff, I don't think that's a great approach. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand where fans are at. I would argue not to do that. But again, I'm not in the business of telling people how to feel. I can tell them why they shouldn't, but feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Jesse, let's do one more text. We'll get to the Packers in the 10 o'clock hour.
Ian in East Troy. In 2018, I was all in with that team. I was so excited on the postseason and was sure we were going to the World Series. When we lost to the Dodgers.
Wait a minute. Can I just interrupt briefly?
Yep.
They made it to Game 7 of the NLCS. They were a win away.
Yeah, they were right there.
They were at home.
Yeah.
They were at home, had it going, and it just didn't happen. So, yeah.
That's life. That's baseball, though. That's sports.
I understand, but you can be disappointed, Jason. You didn't get it done.
I know, but
that's sports too.
But there's a there's a big difference, isn't there, between I don't know, losing a wild card game back when it was one game and done if you lost it, and making it to Game 7 and being that close.
There is, but Jason, you know this, covering these teams. The further you go, the deeper the scar.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So it's, yes, I agree. It's, you can look at it, and, a great example for me, probably the highest of highs, beating Seattle in that snow globe game, and then you get your gut ripped out the next week. That's life. Yeah. That's sports. So would you rather lose and not feel it? Absolutely not. You want to put yourself in a position to feel the greatness, but you also have to be willing to understand you're going to get your blanking heart ripped out too.
You're right.
And if you can't handle that, you can't play big boy sports. And by the way, everybody that was at Miller Park, or I think it was Miller Park at that point, when Yasiel Puig hit that and did the, his little dance thing that he does, it just added, when you get your heart ripped out, then you get iodine or something dumped on top of it. That's what that felt like.
Right. I don't know about the iodine, but to finish.
Well, you insert what you want on top of the heart. It is your heart gets ripped out, and then something else you get stomped on.
Acid.
You know what I mean?
In fairness to Ian, I just want to finish this text because
is iodine actually in the back team? Was that what makes it sting? What? No, I'm asking. I'm generally curious.
When we lost to the Dodgers, it was so emotionally draining. Here comes the butt, though. But I'm back with that all-in feeling with this team.
Yes. I'm with them.
Another butt.
Let me join that club. Oh, boy.
but
boy.
have tempered expectations this time. He's just trying to protect his heart.
It's a roller coaster.
From iodine.
That's a big boy. That is the Valley Fair of text messages. You let it rip. And yes, you're going to get. We have had our share of heartbreak as a Wisconsin sports fandom, no question about it. The Packers at the top of that list of just gut-wrenching losses. Brewers in 18, but I just think you gotta just let it rip.
Yeah.
And if your heart gets ripped out and iodinized, so be it.
Be thankful that you had the chance to have your heart ripped out, as opposed to being,
like
say, a
Chili
White Sox
always says, you just got to have a chance to have a chance.
Yeah, well, you've got a chance to have great customer service with your banking if you make the switch to Associated Bank. They've got early pay, which gets you access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early. They've got credit monitoring to make sure your credit is where it needs to be if you have a big purchase you want to make. And, of course, they've got fraud protection. They were all over it when someone tried to get my information. They protected me, made sure all of our funds were safe and sound. And, of course, on top of all that, Brewers checking, 12 wins in a row. Packers checking, Super Bowl contender, and Badgers checking, which, the basketball team's really good. Whatever it may be, they've got you covered. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. What?
Well, that's a burn. I mean, it's a burn.
I'm not saying
hey, the Badger football team's got to prove itself. No doubt
exactly.
About it.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Well,
hey, what ended up happening? Did the dude that tried to steal your identity, did he get in trouble? He or she? How does that? Do you get monitored?
I don't know if we ever successfully tracked that. I don't know if we ever found out who the person was. We just protected my own interests.
Associated Bank is just responsible for stopping it. They're not responsible for going to catch the person when they do it.
I'm not expecting Lenny Briscoe from Associated Bank to go out there and detectivize it. I was just wondering if you'd follow up on it. That's all.
I will check with Ben Sorensen, who is my... was my Jerry Orbach over at...
Hey, Jason just called me to say we got him.
Oh, boy.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and I just had my walk-in closet redesigned by Closets by Design. Doug and his team in Mequon were amazing, from the first consultation to the final install, and now I have a beautiful, organized space for all of my clothes. They really brought my vision to life. Locally owned with the backing of a trusted national brand, they deliver expert design with a personal touch. Get 40% off plus an extra 15% off, and take advantage of 18-month free financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN, and don't forget to tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
Let me go on.
Violent Femmes.
Like I blister in the sun. Let me go on.
Performing the debut album and the second album, Hallowed Ground.
You can all just kiss off in
Violent Femmes. 2 sets with intermission. No opening. Live at the Riverside Theater. Saturday, October 18th. Sold out. But second show added. October 19th. Get tickets on sale now at papstheatergroup.com. Violent Femmes.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. Let's get to some football, shall we? Packers have their first
About time.
two. Yeah, well, hey,
Is
Brewers
this the
fever,
Brewer
catch
hour
it.
or what? Yeah, I totally agree.
The Brewers have the first of, or the Brewers. See, now you're doing it. Now I'm doing it. The first of their two
all in
joint practices this summer. One next week against the Seattle Seahawks. Today's is with the Indianapolis Colts. And I believe suburban Indianapolis. Tausch.
By Carmel. Beautiful area down there. Carmel.
Is it Carmel or is it Carmel?
It's Carmel. Unlike those caramels that
wait a minute,
sister-in-law wolfed down after she gave them to us. That was still, I thought, incredibly IPT.
The city in Indiana is called Carmel?
I don't think that's true.
So check it out. Yeah, it's Carmel. There's also Fishers is another nice little neighborhood that I'm guessing they might be in. One of those two, if I'm betting.
Be that as it may, Carmel, wherever they are in I don't even think that's the city that they're in, by the way, in suburban Indianapolis. But the Packers will practice later this afternoon. Matt Laflur going to speak, I believe, at 1 o'clock Central Time. I'm still now I'm having Taushism here, and I'm struggling with what time.
Central Indy time or Central Time?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a whole other thing. So, Jason. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to bore you with that. So, to me, I have two big things that I'm looking for. Obviously, with Jordan being out, and with Malik Willis stepping into the breach, and I don't know how much Josh Jacobs. The scrimmages. I'm guessing they all get a lot of work. I'm going to be fascinated to find out how much Malik Willis plays. If he plays, I mean, he's going to have to play, right, in the game.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to sit him.
It's interesting. I'm excited to see. I think he's going to have success. I think there's two things that popped into my head as I'm like, what are the big takeaways that I'm looking for this weekend? And I had to add Malik Willis to it. I just am unsure of how much he's going to work. If it's a lot, the confidence level for me there is really high. I think he has proven that if in a pinch he needs to be the guy, he's proven he can. Lafleur has proven he's been able to manufacture a system that works for him, and they're gonna be able to win some games. We obviously don't want to see that, but I feel good about that. I think this weekend there is a chance, and I mentioned it yesterday. I think this is all about our last first-round picks, validation week in Carmel or whatever city we're in.
No.
It's a validation. This is validation.
A validation Thursday? Remember what happened when we had that against Tennessee?
I do. But it's a Saturday. No, because it'll be more Saturday. But don't you feel like both of these first-round picks have a chance to elevate and escalate? And what I mean by that is they can elevate up the depth chart and then escalate and take off in their career. With a great weekend this weekend, and then you validate the initial thoughts, and you keep going. All of a sudden, both first-round picks can become big-time contributors because they have to be. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I would say we can extend it 3 years because Lucas Van Ness is also under the microscope, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously Jordan Morgan and then Matthew Golden, who's one of the last men standing at the moment at wide receiver. Yeah, look, I think these guys I've probably, I don't want to say short shrifted, but I haven't spent as much time thinking about Golden and Morgan, even though we talk about that left tackle competition
Too much time on it. Too much time on that Irish kicker.
It's a really good story. I recommend it. It's up at channel3000.com. I'll send it to you so it'll make it easy for you to read.
Is there anything Gaelic in it? Is there anything
The word
Gaelic?
Gaelic
Did you
is
do
in
any
there.
Irish puns?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
How many Irish puns do you have in there?
I don't think I.
It better have been at least one.
I mean, I will say this.
Mash feels like a layup.
If you've heard
something, you had to get something in there.
Guinness record.
So, do you guys know what an Irish exit is, right? You know what an Irish exit is?
The Irish goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, where you leave without saying goodbye to anybody, right? So the headline, I went Irish entrance because he's entering the league.
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
That's not bad.
So anyway,
By the way, they're in Westfield, Indiana.
There you
Westfield.
It's
Never
also
heard of
pronounced Carmel.
Is that still in that same time zone issue?
It is. Just to clarify this from the Packers, Matt Lafleur speaking before practice at 2 p.m. Indiana time, 1 p.m. Wisconsin time. Practice kicking off at 1:50 p.m. Wisconsin time, 2:50 p.m. Indy time. So there you have it.
Awesome. Okay, great.
But to your point, I agree with the first round picks of the last 3 years. There's no question. Now, I have focused a lot of my attention to a bunch of guys that are in year 3 and year 4 that need to show more consistency, who've been good players at times, but not consistently, including the quarterback. I'm eager to see how all that plays out, but I think that take right there is a really good one. And if you're okay with me adding Van Ness to the equation, I like it even better.
I am, and I think Van Ness. I saw someone, I think Bukowski, put up a clip on his Twitter feed that you saw. I've been saying for the whole time that you drafted Lucas Van Ness. He's gonna be strong. He's a bull, and that's fine. That gives you your floor, but you have to start adding things. Otherwise, your floor and ceiling you're not gonna be able to stand up. You're gonna have to lay down because there's no room. You're not grow your ceiling. You got to come up with some counter moves. And there's a little wiggle and a little jiggle from LVN yesterday, and he just beat Rasheed Walker big time right off the snap. So you just want to keep seeing that. And there's been a lot of critique. Ned and the guys on Twitter, they always get after me about my Goody stand-em. But this is an opportunity. If you have a starting left tackle, a starting defensive lineman, and a starting wide receiver, all from your ones – over the 3 years, that's pretty dang good. And you're giving all of these guys are always going to get opportunities until they don't. And I think for Lucas Van Ness, he's under the biggest microscope. And then as you tear it down, obviously Matthew Golden's going to get a long runway to learn and to grow. And unfortunately for him, he's got to grow up now. And you want to see him take that step. You're hearing all the right things, and he has a chance to kind of be one of the first Green Bay Packer wideouts to elevate themselves as a rookie into a prominent role, not just a secondary role. And your comp of Greg Jennings, Greg Jennings, by the end of that year, I think Brett looked for him probably as much as anybody, even Drive.
Agreed.
So now you're looking at it, you could say Jordan Morgan, if Jordan Morgan has a great night and is steady, that competition is getting super fun to watch. And they want him to win that job. So this weekend goes a long way for the last 3 first-round picks as far as what their role and how they're viewed by these guys in what role can they have to make an immediate impact on this season come September 7th.
Well, I am eager to see if validation Thursday/Saturday for those guys goes better than validation Thursday did a couple of years back, and the Packers defense let Tannehill throw for 3,000 yards in a game.
Tough night.
It was not great.
I still argue. I know. Everybody got after Joe Barry. I still argue that's better than letting Derrick Henry run for 300. I still make that argument.
Yeah, and
no, it's obviously it's not ideal.
You gotta do better though. Like you can let him.
I would hope
you can let him be productive. You can't let him whip your tail. Which is
I
what
would agree
he did.
with that assessment. I think that is fair.
And I would agree with your assessment about what a cool place and what cool stuff Jones Dairy Farm has.
Oh, we were excited. I got to show Eleanor the video. If you guys have not seen that yet, go check it out. It's on our. Which website is that on, Jesse?
It's on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, Tausch.
Well, it's on that. It's on a bunch of other stuff. And Jones.
Oh, do we lose him?
Wisconsin-owned company.
Hey, wait. Start
You
over.
lost me?
Yeah.
Re-rack
yeah.
it. Well,
we're going to pretend
just
none
wait.
of that happened.
Just wait, you lost me?
Yep.
Yeah, you dropped a little bit. Start over.
Eleanor and I's video has been fun. We went down there, had lunch. We had a great time. learning about Jones Dairy Farm, owned and operated for 7 generations in Fort Atkinson since 1889. And what I love about it, it's all natural. You know, everybody wants to eat clean, right? You want all natural. You don't want all these additives. Well, Jones Dairy's been doing it from the jump. The original family recipe for both pork, chicken, and turkey. The sausage made with fresh meat only, no fillers, nitrates, MSG, none of that stuff. They make them naturally smoked ham, Canadian bacon, and Jesse and I found out how great their bacon is live and in person when we ate a bunch of it. Jones Dairy Farm, a great Wisconsin company. We got a bunch of other fun content coming out. Check our YouTube channels for that. And we are excited about our partnership with a great Wisconsin brand in Jones Dairy.
Next, I want to talk about, we talked about being nervous about the Brewers. We spent a lot of time on that. I have something that if you are a Packers fan, I think this is what you need to be nervous about. You can tell me if I'm wrong about it, and I'm sure Tausch will. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Ben Brust. This Friday, August 15th, join Kyle Brust and Ortman live from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Vault Restaurant in downtown Milwaukee. We'll have drink specials, raffle items, Milwaukee baseball tickets, and of course, a wonderful view of downtown Milwaukee. A portion of the proceeds are also going to support Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. To support a great cause and to celebrate one of the best venues in Milwaukee, head to the Vault this Friday, August 15th on Kilbourne Ave in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. We'll see you there.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well, born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'm gonna put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
Because I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you a ticket. I bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh my God. Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, you know, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Michael, who was in the wrong YouTube chat. So he was in the ESPN Madison one where he didn't like it there, and I got news for him. I'm guessing the good people of the ESPN Madison YouTube chat were not thrilled with his presence either. He's migrated back to his ESPN Milwaukee perch. But he says he's not nervous about anything when it comes to the Packers. Nothing to be nervous about. Great. It's a great attitude, Michael. God bless you.
It's really good, yeah.
I'm happy for you. I think Matt Lafleur's nervous, though. And I think with good reason.
Is that right?
I do. So I want you to hear this exchange from earlier in the week. And again, as we preach on this show, it's not about the question, it's about the answer. And while I appreciate that's a great question, your answer, not great. Not a lot of specifics here.
Jason.
So the issue, and this is what I want Tausch to address, because not everyone listens every day, and I know we kind of covered it a little bit yesterday with Bulaga. But I think the thing to be nervous about is that this team has two big-time games to start the season against two fellow NFC contenders. The reigning NFC North champs, the Detroit Lions, and then the Washington Commanders, who played in the NFC title game and lost to Philly. Without Jordan Love, who is not practicing, obviously, today in Indianapolis or in Westfield, who we don't know what he's going to do between now and the end of training camp and the final preseason game. Matt Lafleur said he's highly unlikely to play against the Seahawks. Yeah, no blank.
No,
I don't.
It's not highly unlikely. He ain't playing.
Just telling you what he said.
Nothing highly unlikely.
Is it
no,
highly
I understand. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Do you think it's highly unlikely that he would participate in the joint practice with them?
Yes. Well, you know what? Here's what I would say. I think if he's up for it, you could maybe see him do some 7-on-7, some things where there's nobody around him. But I will be shocked if he's doing any live blitz, anything where there's any bodies around him. I do think if he's feeling up for it and his vibe is good, I could see him doing some joint practice 7-on-7 stuff.
So what I think is concerning to Matt Lafleur, and that's why I asked him this question, is that he's got Jordan Love dealing with he's dealing with, and then basically every top receiver except for Matthew Golden has been dealing with injuries and is not on the field. So my question to Matt Lafleur was this.
Matt, going back to Pete's question, now you've got Jordan where he's at, you got Reed and Wicks and Watson. What's the best way to figure out how to hit the ground running offensively when you're dealing with all this when the season starts?
That's a great question. I think that's something that we got to figure out along the way, and I know we will, and we'll have a plan for it. We've been in, I would say, similar situations in the past, so you always lean into that. But ultimately, you just got to every day is a new day in this league, and you just got to be ready to adapt and adjust.
Sounds a lot like he has the concepts of a plan, but he doesn't necessarily have a plan. Tausch, if you're answering that question,
how many times do you get? I'll tell you what, you get a lot of great questions. And I don't know, whenever he does that, he doesn't give you the best answers, though. No, you notice that?
No.
I think it's a stall tactic to try and figure out what he's going to say.
I think both can be true.
Like, dang it.
I think it could be a great
Jason,
question that he doesn't have the answer to as well.
So he doesn't have the answer, and he kind of got to that at the end of it, because I do think there's a lot of times you don't know. This isn't scripted. You guys aren't handing in questions beforehand and trying to figure that out.
Right.
So you're having these conversations, and if he just said, we've dealt with these situations before. No, you haven't. When have you had it where your quarterback wasn't healthy and you have 4 of your top 5 wideouts not healthy? Like, I don't think he's had that. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. Go back in your archives. I don't think he's dealt with this.
He had that one game in Arizona.
I'm talking about leading up into a season.
Right.
Yeah,
but
even
then, he still had Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah, it's just different when you're not doing it. So I think he realizes that the formula that he thought was going to be the formula for the season, which I don't think is going to change a ton. You know, Kraft, Jacobs, run game, and then you sprinkle, and then you grow, and you get that passing game amped up as the season goes. I think that was the plan before all of these injuries. That's still in play. Now you're going to have to do it maybe a little more creatively, whether it's 2 tights or 3 tights and more different personnel groupings.
U71.
What this is, I would be shocked if we don't see something in that ilk. But that's if Belton has another a really good day, and you see that he's a road grader. Don't be shocked if you start seeing old U71 swiping that belly and getting out there and playing. Josh Jacobs was going to be the catalyst early in this season regardless. Now it's just how are we going to utilize him in a way, and then can you do stuff under center with old boy's thumb? I mean, there's still so many question marks that we don't know the answer to, and that was illustrated there by the way Matt answered your question.
Again, you're right. They can run a bunch of tight end stuff. All these things are possibilities. I know they're working on it. They will have an offensive game plan for the opener. And hey, maybe this all goes away. Love comes back next week, does a little bit of work, has plenty of time to get ready for the opener on September 7th. Reed gets back. Wicks finally gets back on the field after about 2 weeks with his calf. They aren't going to have Watson, but we'll see what Dobbs does today, right? He had that hard fall at practice earlier in the week, and we don't know if he's going to practice today. Savion Williams has been in and out since they drafted him in terms of his availability at practices. So I'm not saying that they can't figure it out. I'm saying they don't know what they're going to have to work with, and they're not coming out with matchups against Pulaski and Ashwaubenon. They got 2 really big ones out of the gates. So it's less than ideal, and it's his job. That's why Matt Laflur gets paid.
Who would these matchups be? Who would they be up in the greater Northeast? It'd be like Kiwani.
I don't know. I mean, not everyone is Muskego, right? I mean, they're power. Kimberly would have to be one of them.
Preseason number 1, Muskego.
Kimberly are the Eagles. Kimberly's like the Grand Poobahs, right?
Up here, I would think so.
Bayport's the defending state champ.
Yeah, that was going to be the other one I was going to say.
Who was it when you? Who was it when you laid on that picnic table on that Friday and watched? Who was playing that?
I was sitting on the ground writing my story. That was a game at West De Pere. The
Did
Jaguars.
you pull your phone out and use that app where you could see all the constellations? That's a fun app. Sarah loves using that app. We did that out in
It is a great app. I actually agree with Sarah on that. It is a great app.
It's a great app. I just think when you look at this, I think Matt knows. Like, is this passing game, is there any chance that this passing game is going to be as crisp and as dialed in as he would love it to be for the Detroit game? The answer is no. So now it comes back to what will be our formula to be the most efficient, best executing offense. And I don't think it's going to be some big change from where it was. But what is going to be interesting, and I saw this, Detroit did a little joint scrimmage with Miami. And by all accounts, Detroit physically brutalized the Miami Dolphins. They said it was a TKO of TKOs. Now, I think they have another day of it. This will be a great test. Green Bay knows they need to be more physical. That's why they picked up Banksy. That's why they brought in your guy, Hobbsy, the most physical of all. And
especially against Arizona.
I think this comes down to this will be a litmus test. Where are we at physicality-wise? Is this group with hopefully Elton Jenkins, and I don't know who's tackle, hopefully is this group on par? Because when Detroit went to Green Bay, and I'll never forget that Amazon night, a couple seasons ago on that Thursday, it was a bloodbath. We were mauled and beaten into the dirt. And that's when he talked about dragging people out to sea and knowing that he could do that to the G&G. Well, we'll find out if Green Bay has made some strides in that department, because that will be the formula. Josh Jacobs has brought physicality to this team. Now is Banks going to bring that added thing? Kraft, is it a U71? You're going to need to see. I think they do it with Danny Skipper up in Detroit. I'd love to see him do it with old Beltsky. Let's see. You're going to get a great window into where they're at from a physicality standpoint on that Sunday afternoon.
We will get into more of our Packers discussion as they get ready for their joint practice with the Colts after Tausch tells us about what I'm sure he'll be having after he's done with his round at the next golf outing, and that will be a Coors Light.
Indeed, it's getting a little toasty, and you know what I'm going to be looking for? Blue Mountains. I'm going to crack open probably a couple of Rocky Mountain cold Coors Lights, brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged. It's going to be made to chill, and hopefully I'll be celebrating a great round of golf. It's only 102 calories, Coors Light. It makes you chill. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company. I Golden, Colorado.
More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
It's joint practice day in Indianapolis for the Packers and the Colts ahead of Saturday's second preseason game between the two teams at Lucas Oil Stadium. Injuries, including quarterback Jordan Love, continue to pile up for the Packers, and head coach Matt Laflur addresses how they hit the ground running in the preseason despite having some guys on the sideline.
We've been in, I would say, similar situations in the past, so you always lean into that, but ultimately you just gotta, every day is a new day in this league, and you just gotta be ready to adapt and adjust.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need a mortgage? Don't look far. In your backyard is where we are. Visit a Tri-City near you. Get a great rate from your hometown crew. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 players' stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Siding Unlimited is your local family-owned and operated resource for remodeling your home. We specialize in replacing windows, siding, roofing, doors, and decks. I say specialize because that is who we send to your home. Our team is built around the experts in all fields. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit the 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Window Contractor of the Year winner at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Waukesha.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, Jesse, as you know, I mean, you know a lot about me after working with us for, what is this, 6 years now for you? Are you entering year 7 as the producer?
Yeah, the show's 2 years older than my run here.
It's amazing we managed to do that without you. But as you know, the wagering realm is not my area of expertise. We had a great time at Hard Rock Casino Rockford during our 2 trips down there. Loved that one of them coincided with the senior discount lunches, so it was a packed house for us. That was great. We had a lot of
made some new friends that day,
and we had a lot of loyal fans who made the trip. It was awesome. A lot of our teammates did. That was awesome.
When you think of like a senior citizen discounted lunch, do you think Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes?
No.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking the noodle bar that wasn't open yet.
No, like, seriously, what do you think when you're like thinking kind of the blue-haired special? Like, what are we thinking?
I don't know.
I think Salisbury steak and mashed
I think
potatoes.
roasted chicken.
Ooh.
Okay.
Up north, I would say like a Sunday chicken. I mean, I love a Sunday chicken dinner. I try to convince everyone that we're with every week to go to the chicken dinner on Sundays. I honestly, I think of like a burger and fries. Like, I don't think of anything. I think of like
for old blue hairs.
Your parents are old. What do they? If they go for a special, what do they have?
Nice, Jason.
They are.
They're retired.
My dad loves chicken.
Yeah.
He's been on a chicken wrap kick, so he loves getting a good chicken wrap. So there.
My dad's been on a chicken wrap kick.
Take that, blue hair. Yeah.
Well, that's not a burger.
The correct answer. No, the correct answer is Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes. Because you have to think, it's an older generation. It's back in like the 40s, 50s, whatever it might be. This isn't some fancy. They didn't even have wraps back then. They didn't have wraps back in the 40s and 50s. Like, come on, you want some nostalgia with your blue-haired special? You want some nostalgia with it? Salisbury steak is nostalgic. Okay.
Whoa, Nelly!
That's later in the show.
Jesse, we have gotten sidetracked slightly.
No.
I know. But going back to Hard
Jason,
Rock
as we're a little sidetracked. Well, we're sidetracked, so I might as well just go.
I think sourdough.
Because as I was talking, and I think you were nodding. Again, my video sucks today. Where do you think Green Bay matches up with Detroit physicality wise? Because we saw Philly was light years ahead of us physicality wise. I don't think we're a non-physical football team. You don't run for what we did last year and not be physical.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you look at how we've been beaten and how we got knocked out, San Francisco has been more physical than us throughout the years. Detroit the last couple years, I don't think anybody could sit here and say that Philly. And I think Philly with that whole narrative of, the Packers wanted to cancel the Tosh push. There's the narrative that we didn't want to deal with that. Even though I know that's a total crock of you-know-what, where do you think we match up physicality-wise? Because can we all agree that Goody and Laflur, their biggest offseason priority was to be more physical?
We can definitely agree on that. That's why they brought in my guy Nate Hobbs and his physicality.
That Arizona tape just
jumped off the screen. Yeah, I would say that the Packers have some physical players, but they're not yet a physical team. That's why the goal is to become one, right? Because they recognize they weren't. That is why Aaron Banks is on this team. That is why Nate Hobbs is on this team. That is why they moved Elton Jenkins, who is definitely, he's got that switch, right? Like, he's a likable fella, and then if either
he's a dog.
If the nightclub is dead and he wants his refund, or if he's playing on the offensive line, he can get a little nasty, right?
And by the way, I think Sean Ryan plays with a really nice
for
edge,
sure.
too.
I was just gonna say him. Great job.
And you know what else? I think installing Edger and Cooper could be the difference. I think the way he plays downhill, he is, I think, the recipe that Goody and Lafleur have been pining for, watching the Bowmans and the Willises and the Varners and the guys from, again, Tampa's guys, I don't remember their name, White and whoever else they're at. That is, I think, looking for catalysts to bring that, because they set the tone, and everybody else, Banks needs to set that tone. I think Josh Jacobs is a physical running back. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. When you have that sets a tone, and that you started seeing a little bit of it last year. And now I think with the additions of what they did, and with Cooper going to be playing a lot more, they're expecting this thing to skyrocket physicality-wise. And if they don't get that, I think they're going to be sorely disappointed.
So I agree with you, and I'm eager to see exactly what their physicality level is. But look, the team with the kneecap-biting coach who preaches toughness and badassery constantly. They're who's another player that's really physical that deserves to be mentioned by us is Tucker Kraft.
Yep.
Tucker Kraft is definitely that guy too.
Kenny Clark deserves that too. I know last year everybody is disappointed. Kenny Clark, if you don't believe me, watch every Minnesota game until last year. Mm-hmm. Go watch it. He got more centers fired. I don't have an analogy for it, but he got a lot of centers fired.
Good one.
Thanks. He got more centers fired than the core of the earth.
You were better with the first line.
You should just.
It sucked. I can't argue with you.
You're passing the mantle. All right. So, Tausch,
Mickey Mantle.
Yes. Mickey Leach. If we could. Why don't you tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford?
Who's the guy from the Millionaire Lifestyle? Is that Robin Leach?
Indeed. Yes. Yeah.
That was quite a show. The accent made that show, wasn't it? You know what else
All
makes the show?
lifestyles of the rich and famous.
You want to get rich and famous? Head on down to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We're featuring over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book. Oh, we had some fun. And I'm not going to knock on wood. A lot of stuff looking pretty good down at that sports book that we did. And if you're hungry, you want to get the Salisbury steak. I don't know if they actually serve that, but Wednesdays they have the senior discount. They have the Council Oak Steak and Seafood Bricked Italian Kitchen. And I need to try that UU Noodle Bar. The Hard Rock Live entertainment venue, 23,000 square feet of premium concert and event space, more than 1,000 feet of LED screens to enhance your experience for up to 2,000 guests. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about an hour from the greater Madison area.
We are going to get to this ESPN Best Bets. Whether
sure
DJ Sour Tea derails us or not. Next, it's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
If you're shopping for a newer, nicer used vehicle before summer is over, listen up. Ewald's 72-hour back-to-school used car sell-off is this Thursday through Saturday only. All makes and models, all price ranges, payments starting at just $199. Hundreds of certified and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs from your favorite brands. Make no payments for 90 days during Ewald's 72-hour back-to-school used car sell-off. This Thursday through Saturday only at every Ewald location. Go to ewaldauto.com.
On select models with approved credit. Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Jesse, it's already 11 o'clock, but I want to get to a couple of these best bets, or at least the Packers' best bet. Do you think we can do that?
I think we can do that, and there's a great punchline here at the end of this little segment. So,
ooh, I love a good punchline.
Over at ESPN.com, ESPN bet analyst Tyler Fulgham outlines the best bets for all 32 NFL
Wasn't there a
teams.
wideout that we had called Fulgham?
Travis Fulgham, yeah. Travis.
Yeah, I thought there was a Fulgham.
Look at you.
Wonder if there's a relation.
Not to be confused with Fulcrum, which I think is a fascinating whole deal.
Okay, now you're just trying to do this. So if we could just get to the bet, that would be great.
So, you may recall at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford on June 18th, I am holding our 3 slips that Tausch and I put together at the Hard Rock.
Is that a secure location to just be putting them there?
There's no more secure location than the Everlight Solar Studio.
Tausch wanders into that room and starts hitting buttons.
No, we're good. We're good in here. I got him in a safe, secure location.
Not anymore.
So the 3 wagers we put down were the Green Bay Packers over 9.5 regular season wins. We had that at -110. Then we had...
I kind of had it starting off 2-0 too, so I digress. Continue.
We had the Green Bay Packers NFC North Division winners at +260.
I had them beating Detroit and setting the tone for the season. Okay.
And as a quote-unquote long shot, Jordan Love to win NFL MVP +2,500.
Yeah, I obviously didn't expect him to break his thumb in a meaningless preseason game or whatever he did, ligament tear, whatever. So
minor procedure.
Yeah, I'll say this. I still believe all of those things can happen. I still believe that there's a good chance that 2 of them will. But the news that broke this week did not help any of those tickets. I just gave the Jason Wilde. I know I'm not on video today. I just gave the Jason Wilde shrug. No. You know, where he throws his head back.
Yeah,
and
he's doing it for us. Yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah, thank you. I just did the Wilde because that's just the facts. That's just kind of where we're at.
Well, over at ESPN.com, where the segment began with Tyler Fulgham, the 3 best bets for the Green Bay Packers. Over 9.5 wins.
Let's go.
Packers to win the NFC North.
Oh, Fulcrum.
And Jordan Love to win NFL MVP. The 3 best bets, as outlined by the ESPN bet analyst, are the same bets we put down 2 months ago at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
That's amazing.
All right. I want to know if Fulcrum...
None of them will cash now.
No, probably not. But is Fulcrum listening to our pod? He must be.
I don't have... Do we have specific data of listeners? Because that's kind of creepy if we do.
I cannot go into the back end and see
let me
if
tell you
Tyler
something,
Fulgham subscribes. I cannot do that.
I feel fairly confident. If you really wanted to, you could. The idea that any of us have any private, that's a pod for another day.
Indeed it is.
This day, I just think all of those bets, and of course, is Jordan Love a favorite to win the MVP? He's not. But if Green Bay can win those first couple games and start taking off a little bit, you know as well as I do, teams that win, their quarterbacks get thrust into the MVP spotlight. Mm-hmm. There are other quarterbacks that are in the mix, but it just feels like one of those seasons. And why I'm bummed is because I do think that injury, regardless, if he comes back and they can say he's 100%, it is going to slow down the early momentum that I was hoping for. You get those 2 wins in those 5 days, all of a sudden everybody's excited about it, right? Mm-hmm. And then that could lead you into saying, well, all right, now Jordan's in position to win the MVP. Those 3, I still feel really good about the 9.5. I think you got to punch this bully in the nose. The Detroit Lions are the bully. And I think you don't want to let them get in coast mode, which is what they did last year. Obviously, Minnesota pushed on them, but they never felt – I think they felt it, but they knew that they were good, and I think injuries kind of derailed them. You want to take back the North, you got to punch a bully in the nose. The Detroit Lions, make no mistake about it, them and the Eagles are the bullies. They got bullies on Broad. I don't know all the streets up in Michigan and in Detroit. They are the bullies of the North. And until you Ralphie them, a little Christmas Story reference, which is an Ohio movie, you got to Ralphie their tail. And until you do that, you're going to be sitting there in the snow. Oh, please help me up. Can't do it. You got to punch a bully in the mouth. And that's what I was hoping. I'm still hoping. You want to be you need to do that. And I feel like we're in position. We don't have that big snow outfit on anymore. I still don't know where we're at as far as how well we can punch this bully in the teeth.
The Broad Street Bullies is a good reference. That was the Philadelphia Flyers, right? They played on Broad Street.
Sounds right.
Arena was, I think.
Yeah, you had Moses Malone. I think he was physical too with the Sixers.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. And who was Vinny? Who's the guy for the Eagles that they made that Disney movie with Mark
Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg.
The garbage dude. Yeah.
It's Vinny the garbage guy.
Okay. Punch the bully in the nose. We need to get to the 11 o'clock hour because I do want to ask Tosh.
I don't think you fully appreciated my Christmas Story reference.
No, I gave you Scott Farkas in return.
Dan Campbell as Farkas is pretty good. It's pretty good.
I don't think you fully appreciate it.
You have become I have rubbed off on you in such an alarming way over these 9+ years.
First off, don't ever use that phrase again. Okay.
Whose mind is in the gutter?
Does that mean
no, trust me.
So Laflur is Ralphie,
continue.
and that means Jordan Love is the brother. Is that Randy? Is the brother's name?
I can't put my arms down. Yeah.
My question is, who's going to be Ralphie that stands up and punches Farkas in the face?
It's got to be Laflur.
Who's our Ralphie? Does it have to be?
It's
Lafleur?
actually a pretty good comp, Jesse.
There not going to be any scenario where I want Lafleur fighting Dan Campbell. Okay, this is a player.
Wait a minute though. Ralphie is smaller than Scott Farkas. By the way, I will choose a different phrase. I have influenced you to this insecurity, sensitivity stuff that you didn't get enough positive feedback about what a great comp this was.
You know I'm sensitive about analogies because it's kind of my grassland butter with my bread, with my sourdough.
It was great, and we're still using it, so you're good. Okay, Believe me, it was great.
Right, thanks.
But
you're right. I am getting too sensitive.
But
you're right. It irritates me that I have to acknowledge that.
Indeed. But again, if you were, let's say you went down to Hard Rock Casino and you had Scott Farkas and Ralphie, who you're picking to win. Scott Farkas is the heavy.
It's Scott, not Scott.
I never knew he had a first name.
S-C-U-T.
I didn't know his name was Scott.
Yes.
No wonder he was a bully. You get named Scott. It's just like if you're Jeeves, you're going to be a butler. Like, you're Scott, you're going to be a bully. Like, that's just how this goes.
Too late to have Scott Wilde. But just like you would take Scott over Ralphie, but Ralphie punched him in the nose. If you were in a street fight, you would take Dan Campbell over Matt Lafleur. But that doesn't mean Matt Lafleur can't punch him in the nose. Put an end to this.
That doesn't mean I can't take Elton and Coop and
might want to take
Banksy.
them with you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you want to have your crew. You want to have your crew assembled.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we need to get to the 11 o'clock hour because I do want to ask Tausch to go in his memory banks.
Jason, who's the dude that's sticking his tongue on the flagpole?
Oh, my God.
Who's the idiot that's doing that?
Flick, I believe his name is.
Flick. No, I know, but
no,
who
I
do you
know.
think on the G&G? I don't think you're going to answer that, but there's going to be somebody that's an idiot that's sticking their tongue on the deal.
I think I can think of a couple people. I'll see if I'm willing to mention them in the 11 o'clock hour, which starts in 2 minutes.
No, he won't.
It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. And they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Bruston Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Call me Mike McCarthy over here with my clock management, although Matt Lafleur is not always on point either.
We'll have less sleep and we'll be grumpy.
I want to get to this before trivia, and Tosh is going to get ready for whatever he's got going on. But the joint practice, which again starts at 1:50 p.m. Wisconsin time. I am not there. Our guy Domofsky's not there. Bill Huber is there. A few other beat folks are there. But still a couple hours away. Tausch, you were entering season 6 of your career in 2005 when the Buffalo Bills came to town, and then they were the opponent on family night, which was pretty wild. And then we were obviously still in starting season 4 of Wilde Tausch in 2019 when the Houston Texans came to town and Aaron Rodgers complained about having a joint practice with them and how they went about it. And Goody said to me at an Associated Bank event, "What's with your boy?" I'm curious, what should we be concerned about, and what should be the good stuff that comes out of doing a joint practice?
Well, I mean, you get great tape. You can get really good, I think, evaluation as far as some of the guys that are bubble guys or, depth players, and you're able to really hone in, I think, on some blitz, really some goal line and situational football that you want to get those reps in that even if you played your starters in a preseason game, you're not sure you're going to get. So the fact that you can control some of these situations and really get some good work against a different opponent, that I think is going to be the goal today for Laflur and his crew.
Do you remember getting into any fights back in 2005? I know it's 20 years ago now. But, I know in Cincinnati,
it's been a while.
Elton got booted from a practice for getting into it, right? I mean, it's...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you know what? Coaches always act like they're mad about that. They love it. Now, it's one thing if you get one and then you have 15 fights and everything's just a blank show. That's not what you're looking for, but you want to see some edge. And if somebody hits one of your guys a little bit late, I can tell you this for sure. Coaches are much happier if you go into attack mode, go Farkas it, rather than sit back and be a little passive you-know-what. That is not what you're looking. You want to see the fight, but you want to get the execution, and you don't want that to be disruptive. So it's a fine line that you're looking at. I don't recall a ton of it. I think when we scrimmaged them in the family night, it got a little chippy about midway through. But I thought you try to just get as much good work in as you can, and hopefully, obviously, you want everybody to stay healthy. But you want the intensity, but you also don't want it to go too far, and that's always a slippery slope.
I will be curious to see if they can avoid those types of moments, but it'll be interesting. Again, I'm not there in person, but we will have full coverage, and we'll find out what's going on. We'll hear from Matt Lafleur a little bit later before the practice kicks off. I will say this, in one defense that I've given for Aaron Rodgers' belly aching in 2019. Matt Lafleur was worried about the fact that Chuck Pagano, the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears.
Brother.
Yeah, we can't do joint practice talk without this story.
His brother was on the Texans staff.
Oh, my God.
And the fact that Matt Lafleur, as a first-year head coach, was worried about that and decided to vanillify what he ran in the joint practice, I think Rodgers had a legitimate gripe. Because, as Tausch just said, you get great tape.
That was his excuse. He just didn't want it. He didn't want to do it.
Well, he definitely didn't want to do it.
Excuse, and you could. Yes. Yeah.
He definitely didn't want to do it.
I don't know how much.
I
think there's
Matt
always
Lafleur would admit that was a mistake by him. The whole idea of this is that the video, the film, that he didn't just let it all hang out and just run their stuff.
Yes.
The whole point of joint practice,
Jason, there's video on
there's
all
no
this
film
stuff.
for everyone to look at for your actual opponents to see. That's the whole idea. Otherwise, you might just play a preseason game.
Well, I think, there's I understand the whole thing, and I get that these coaches are all, covert and wanting to do. And you can think back. I can remember when Greta Van Susteren taped something and we couldn't run it, and Jimmy Johnson talks about the shovel pass that he saw on film that Buffalo was running, and then they stuffed it out and caused the fumble. And every coach is sensitive to that, but at some point, you just got to go do your stuff.
Yes,
and you can do things. You don't need to show everything you're doing. Just go out, run your base stuff, and try and get some eval, and try and just get great competition in different scenarios. And you can control at least the quarterbacks and some of the guys from an injury standpoint, and you move on with your life. If you're going to go in there scared of any of that, don't do it. Just cancel the thing and move on with your life.
That was exactly what Rodgers was criticizing him for, though. That's exactly the criticism he had.
Yeah,
and
but
I think he was right.
And Aaron should have criticized him privately. He should have criticized him privately rather than doing it publicly, because then and Lafleur's got to try and justify it, and then it becomes, Chuck Pagano's cousin watched something and had a birthday party with Frankie, and that whole thing just got crazy, and
it did.
Then the whole narrative just got away from it.
All right, you're gonna step aside. Plus, you're starting to sound like Optimus Prime again. So we'll give you a minute to take a beat, have a meal.
Give me a beat.
We're gonna play trivia now, Jesse. We have to play double trivia of Wisconsin geography without Tausch. Not on a Wednesday, but on a Thursday. So which callers would you like?
Correct. It's double Wisconsin geography Thursday today, thanks to Pirate Trivia yesterday and Jordan Love breaking news on Tuesday. So double Wisconsin geography Thursday. Let's do caller 12 for the Brewers' 12-game winning streak.
And caller 24 for their 24-game winning streak they're going to finish up on.
Sure. We can do it.
That's bold.
Yeah, no, Wisconsin geography is one of our most popular trivia segments. I am very confident we will easily get to caller 12 and 24.
All right, caller 12 and caller 24 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We'll play trivia after I tell you that the Labor Day mattress sale is already underway at Steinhafels, and they are your go-to for all the top mattress brands. Save big on Tempur-Pedic and Beauty Rest adjustable base sets, up to $700 off Tempur-Pedic and up to $900 off Beauty Rest. Plus, are you looking for something organic? Steinhafels has certified organic avocado sets, and you can save up to $950 only at Steinhafels. And don't forget, they've also got that 60-month 0% financing available as well. So shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com. Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Windows, windows, windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. You may have heard Congress pass the One Big Beautiful Bill, which President Trump campaigned on. Leaving the non-tax parts out, what does the new law mean for business? To be honest, less than you think. There are larger deductions for purchasing equipment and other fixed assets in the year of purchase. The Qualified Business Income Deduction, or QBID, is now a permanent deduction for partnerships and S corporations. Remember the 1099-K back and forth? The minimum amount for issuing 1099-Ks, which are typically from credit card companies or e-commerce sites like Amazon or Shopify, will now be $20,000. Call us now for a free consultation to see how you may be affected by the new law. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
This summer, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch, 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All right, time for trivia. We'll get Tausch back in a little bit. By the way, if I may, and I do believe this is a partner, so I don't have to worry about Tausch in my head saying, oh, do they make ice cream too? They maybe make ice cream. But, Jesse, have you had these flapjacks in a cup from Kodiak?
Oh, yes, they're fantastic.
These are
Kodiak.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Like, I am such a huge fan. They're high in protein. You know, we know Eleanor and Sydney, who is our Eleanor on our team at the Wilde House, need more protein. They are you don't even know you're getting the protein. So good.
Yeah,
Big
they're
fan.
incredible. There's a muffin one. I had a blueberry muffin one the other day. They have these granola bars are fan. Everything Kodiak has is incredible.
I went s'mores flapjack power cup, and
good
they also make these breakfast sandwiches now too. They've got pancakes as the outside. Oh, can't beat them. All right, I'm not an paid endorser. I'm just telling you that this stuff is really good. Now, let's play some trivia. Let's welcome in our contestants. Now, we've had a lot of first-timers lately. We don't have those today, which is good because we're on, kind of a time crunch.
Nah, we're good.
And so we got some savvy veterans here. First, I feel like this guy's played every week. Caller 12 is JJ in Dodgeville.
Saw him at Pizza Hut in Platteville last week. He was one of the
everywhere.
fans that came by. Huh?
JJ, how you doing, JJ?
Hey, it's great. Good to be on again.
Great to have you. You're always a ray of sunshine for us. And caller 24 is Mailman Matt in Appleton. Second call from Appleton today. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Hi, Jason. Good to talk to you again.
Great to have you, and we appreciate everyone's loyalty to the show. All right, I've got Jesse's questions here. Jesse, how would you like to do this with no Tausch? You want just me to do all 6?
Well, that's usually what you do when Tausch is here.
I know, but I feel like, you worked very hard on these. All right, here we go.
Tell me what you want to do.
You know what? I'm just going to do it. I got it. All right, question 1 for JJ is this. Tausch is hosting today, although not right now, at an undisclosed golf course. Maybe it's this one. Which Wisconsin golf course hosted the PGA Championship in 2004, 2010, and 2015? Was it Whistling Straits, TPC Wisconsin, or Pirates Cove Adventure Golf? Yar!
Yar!
I think. Where are they again? I forgot the second one.
Your choices again: Whistling Straits, TPC Wisconsin, or Pirates Cove Adventure Golf.
Oh, it's Whistling Straits.
It is indeed. 1 for 1 for you. All right. Question 1 for you, Matt, is this. Well, this sounds almost like the exact same question. Tausch is hosting today at an undisclosed golf course. Maybe it's this one. After being delayed a year due to COVID-19 pandemic, which Wisconsin golf course hosted the Ryder Cup in 2021? Was it Whistling Straits, TPC Wisconsin, or Vitense Golfland?
I'm not into golfing, so I'm gonna go with B.
TPC Wisconsin. Like the other question, the answer was Whistling Straits, which may be the course that Tausch is at as well. All right.
You never know.
We'll bounce back on question 2, Matt. Question 2, first, JJ, is this. Latitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest north? Farthest north. Is it Kohler, Kaukauna, or Kewaskum?
Tijuana.
I'm sorry, Kohler, Kaukauna, or Kewaskum?
Kohler.
It's not Kohler. It's not Kewaskum. It's not Kewanee. Correct answer is Kaukauna. Kaukauna. All right, Matt, question 2 for you.
If Kewanee was one of the options, that might have been the right answer.
It's possible, yeah.
So it's a tough break for JJ. Yeah.
Question 2 for you, Matt, is this. Longitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest west? Farthest west. Is it Muskego, Mosinee, or Muscadet?
I'm going to go with Muscadet.
I like to read it as Muskota, but I think phonetically, like Tausch claims to. That is correct. Well done. Muscadet is the correct answer. All right, question 3, JJ. This is a big one for you, buddy. Which Wisconsin city is home to the North Woods League baseball team known as the Dock Spiders? The Dock Spiders. Is that Kenosha, Fond du Lac, or La Crosse?
Fond du Lac.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. All right, Matt, your question 3, and a chance at a tie of 2 correct answers apiece is this. Which Wisconsin city is home to the North Woods League baseball team known as the Woodchucks? The Woodchucks. Green Bay, Wausau, or Wisconsin Rapids?
I'm going to go with my father's birthplace, Wausau.
Thank you to Matt's father. All right, JJ, you got 2 out of 3. That means you got 3 of the 4 entries into tomorrow's drawing. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, love you guys. I love you guys.
And Matt, you got 2 out of 3, so you also have 3 out of the 4 possible entries into tomorrow's drawing. We appreciate you as well, buddy. Thanks.
Good talking to you again. Take care.
Always great. Yes, we love you guys too. Appreciate you both. Jesse, what'd you think of how that went?
Not a bad performance from either. I was hung up on asking this question, and I didn't. How many Northwoods League baseball teams are in the state of Wisconsin?
That's great.
If you had to guess.
I'm going to say, I know of 4 for sure. There's probably one I don't know of. I'm going to say 5.
9.
Shut the front door.
9. Yeah.
It's a lot of Northwoods League teams.
La Crosse Loggers, Eau Claire Express, Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, Green Bay Rockers, Kenosha Kingfish, Lakeshore Chinooks, Madison Mallards, Wausau Woodchucks, and Wisconsin Rapids Rafters.
Wow. What a great league. It really is great, by the way. I once threw out a first pitch at a Mallards game a long time ago.
So get you
all
back.
Right. We're going to get Tausch back. He's going to rejoin us. That will happen from a undisclosed golf course that you may have figured out from the trivia questions.
Playing the Cove again today, huh?
Big yar! He's using his pirate voice as he plays. More next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
Hey teachers, we know you work hard to inspire future generations, so IKEA wants to say thank you and share some inspiration with you. From August 1st through the 17th, your local IKEA stores are offering all teachers and educators an exclusive 15% off your entire purchase during IKEA's Teacher Appreciation Days. Whether you're revamping your classroom, organizing your office, or rewarding yourself with a cozy new space to unwind at home, IKEA has got your back. So, stop by your local Oak Creek IKEA, fill up that cart, and then show your staff ID at the register to enjoy our special thanks and 15% off.
UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
I'm living the life that I lived before I started having knee pain 10 years ago.
Meet Julie, a woman who makes the most of every moment in life. But over the last years, those moments were filled with agonizing pain until she discovered QC Kinetics.
Finally, the pain got so bad that people around me are like, oh, when are you getting your knee replaced? I was walking, hobbling. I listened to my last QC Kinetics commercial and I said, I'm done. I got to find out about this.
What Julie found out was that QC Kinetics treats pain associated with osteoarthritis with regenerative therapies, taking your body's own healing properties and concentrating them in the areas where you feel pain, helping heal and restore those damaged areas. No harmful steroids, surgery, or downtime.
It changed how I'm living. I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
Get back your life before the pain. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Young, dumb, and wild and free. When I close my eyes, I can see you in my sweatshirt, dancing around that college bar. These days I don't know where you are, but I get to keep these memories forever.
Oh, I remember. Wilde Tausch rolls on. I don't know how Tausch would choose to miss double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday on a Thursday trivia, but he did. But he's back.
Come on, old T.
Yeah, you would think.
That's
priority-wise.
You know, it's preseason. I'm trying our best. You know how that goes.
Resting the starters for the when it matters.
Yeah, I mean, I saw all these injuries coming up, and I wanted to make sure I was fresh before my big golf match. I wanted to get freshened up.
Now we lost
whatever you need.
We even lost you on video now. This is
what we've got now. Well, this will freshen you up. Time now for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde Tausch.
All right, so I got a couple of things to bring up here this morning, but there's one thing that has been bothering me. I've been on a text throughout the morning here.
Bothering you as much as it's bothering me that you're blurry?
Yeah, I know. That happens, too.
You never look better.
Tough day on video. I think I've brought this up before with you guys. So when we have a friend who is coming from out of state to join us up north this weekend. And he
you gotta go pick his dogs up?
We are not picking his dogs up. No, no dogs involved with this one.
Not taking him to the airport. Okay.
Dogs are barking today.
He says, can I bring anything? Is there anything I should bring or pick up on the way? And I asked Becca, because she's kind of the planner. And I said, is there anything we should have Fasano pick up? No, we're good.
Who?
Tier 1, Fasano. Stood in the wedding.
What tier level is...
He stood in the wedding.
I've never heard of Fasano.
He was in the wedding party. You were at the wedding. You were looking up at our royal throne, and he was.
And they dropped to tier. They dropped to tier 2. So I don't know.
He's a tier 1 friend. He is coming up north with us this weekend.
All right.
So I asked Becca, is there anything we should have?
Jason, have you heard of a Fasano?
Never heard of Fasano before. Seems like
it's the first mention of Fasano ever.
It is not the first mention.
Good one.
All right. So he's coming.
I thought so.
Well, to us it is.
May I continue?
I suppose.
I don't know. Do you want to?
If someone asks to bring something and the host says no, are you still obligated to bring something anyway?
Yes.
Why is that a thing?
Yes, you should bring some, because it's common courtesy. You ask as a courtesy thing, because a lot of times they'll be very specific, like, yeah, bring a dessert or bring a starter. Mm-hmm. Now, if they ever say bring an entree, bring the main meal, then you don't go. But bring a 12-pack, bring a case, bring a bottle, bring what you like drinking. But if they say you bring the brisket and smoke it, then you just say, no, I can't make it. I mean, isn't that kind of how this goes? But yes, you should bring something. Typically, it's you bring something that you're going to drink, so you're not completely cashing them. And if you want to drink a little of their bourbon or whatever it might be. But yeah, always bring something. Don't go empty-handed.
Bring some of Tausch's brisket, so we like chewy brisket.
Sounds like an oddly specific couple of references there.
I've heard that before, yes.
Why doesn't the host just say, nothing specific, bring whatever you want?
Well, Jason, do you disagree? Like, what do
no, I totally agree.
If the host says, no, don't bring anything, then you're not expected to bring anything.
So then you get creative and bring something fun anyway. Come on.
Yeah, what do you want the host to say? No, bring 6 gallons of potato salad. Like, is that what you want him to say?
Bring some drinks for the group. Bring some Coors Lights for the group.
Handle of Tito's.
Yeah, bring some Quick Trip cookies or Glazers or Dunkers.
Maybe you can make your own variety pack.
They're on sale right now.
That's what I hear. Like,
they're on sale.
Just offer something up or say, bring a dessert, bring a snack. Like, we can always use snacks.
Okay, well, Fasano didn't do that.
What did you tell Fasano
I'm saying
to do?
Becca's the problem here, because Becca's the one who's saying, no, you don't need to bring anything. So if you want him to bring something,
I don't want any part of this. If we're criticizing Becca, I'm out.
Any host, this particular situation happens to be my wife. If the host wants you to bring something, don't tell them, no, you don't need to bring anything when they ask, what can I bring?
I think
Did
there's
you have
nothing
this
wrong.
discussion with Becca already?
Yeah,
we've had it many times when we've been invited places. Most.
What did you?
Let's get out of it. I don't want to do the same.
Aww.
I don't have any problem with. I'll let you handle it. I'm just going to state my position and move on. My position is nothing wrong with saying you don't have to bring anything. If you want to bring something great, don't worry about it, though. We got it covered. And then if somebody brings stuff great, and if they don't, you're not mad because you told them they didn't have to bring anything. So I have no problem with this approach. None. Zero. Zilch.
Agreed. You can't be upset with someone for not bringing something if you tell them, no, you don't need to bring anything. But if you say, no, you don't need to bring anything, and then later on you're like, I can't believe they didn't bring anything. Like, that's on you.
Well, does Becca do that?
Not normally. Not normally, but other people do.
Is she going to with Fasano? Are you nervous?
No, not in this situation. This is his only time coming up this year.
So why'd you bring it?
Yes.
Okay, so why'd you bring
because
this up?
I'm on this
question.
I'm on this group that he's like, what can I bring? What can I pick up? And he's like, no, we're good. And then I'd say, no, we're good. Oh, are you sure?
What would you have answered?
Well, then just tell him to bring something and then you're done.
Clearly, I should have done that I should tell him, just bring some Coors Light. That's what I should do.
Is that what you wanted to tell him?
It is now.
Is that... I mean, but what did you end up... if you had not had Becca jump in here, would you have just said, bring some Coors Light? That's what you would have said?
I would have said if you want to pick up some chips or some snacks. But then
I feel like I just got dumber with this whole conversation. I don't even know what we accomplished here. Not much.
Boy, it's been a rough week for Whoa Nelly. The best Whoa Nelly of the week was when Stroh and Will Summers joined us from George Webb yesterday.
Can I ask something?
It's not even close.
So I've had a topic that I've wanted to bring up for a week in Whoa Nelly. Can I bring it up now?
I hope it's better than what we've had.
How bad is it?
I went down a rabbit hole last week because the Little League World Series, it's going on now in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The American teams and then the international teams, and we all know how that goes. Last week was the regional round, or they have the Midwest region, the Northeast, all that stuff. How come we can't get a Wisconsin Little League team to the Little League World Series?
Well, Whitefish Bay was in the mix. I saw that.
I don't want to be in the mix. It's put up or shut up time. Since I was a kid, I couldn't remember ever a Wisconsin team getting to Williamsport. And then I went and I looked it up, and there's never been a Wisconsin team that's made it to Williamsport. In the history since the dawn of time, there's never been a Wisconsin Little League team in the Little League World Series. We have good baseball players at the youth level all around this state. Look at all the MLB players. Drake Baldwin.
GRB Academy.
Yes, that's one of many. How do we not get a Little League team to the Little League World Series from the state of Wisconsin? This is the next thing I want to check off on my Wisconsin sports bucket list, is I want a Wisconsin team to pull for and capture the hearts of our state at the Little League World Series in Williamsport. Every other state can do it but us.
You know the good news? Here's the good news, Jesse. I don't know what you and Becca's plans are. From a familial standpoint, you are a great baseball fan. You have a dad that was an usher at Miller Park. When, if you're blessed to have some kids, you do it. You put in that time, you build that program, and you do it through Sun Prairie, Beaver, whatever it is, find a way. I put that on you. Instead of always complaining, solve the problem. This is something your goal is. Go get it. I like it. There you go. Homework for it.
Homework.
Yeah, or what?
Yeah, I all right. So, I would love for Jesse to coach a little league team to incredible success and make it to Williamsport. I don't necessarily. I don't understand why you're as obsessed about this as you are. Again,
when I was a kid, it's like, oh, let's watch the Little League World Series. It's cool.
It's weird. It's a weird obsession.
It's not. I'm not. Wouldn't
It
say.
always feels like it's California or Hawaii that make it.
Illinois is there quite a bit. Ohio's
maybe
had
a
some
Florida team.
Yeah, there's been some good teams.
I don't remember.
New York's had a good run. Like, there are teams from states all around the country.
Yeah, well, they had a 16-year-old kid pitching.
I'm not saying
they had Almonte, a 16-year-old.
Danny Almonte.
Allegedly.
I didn't think we'd get a Danny Almonte reference on today's show. Oh my God.
Let's call it there.
Well, you never know what you're going to get.
Thought that went well. I don't know about you. All right. That's it for Wonelli. We'll wrap up the show next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Mark Toscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, simply local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, simply local and member FDIC.
This summer, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch, 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
August is the final month of the summer savings event at Cunis, and the best deals just got hotter. Don't miss the final weeks of this exclusive event at nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and the new Cunis Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. We've refreshed new vehicle savings and incentives on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And check your local dealer website for a new set of 10 pre-owned super specials. With fall and winter on the horizon, check out our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear lifetime powertrain warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Get outside and enjoy the summer savings event at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisMilwaukee.com.
Kyle Brust-Norman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies, they're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, so this is it for you guys this week, right? It's Bulaga and Riley.
Sayonara.
Yeah, I stand in solidarity. I stand in solidarity with Tosh.
Maybe I'll come back.
That's rude.
Thanks, Jesse.
Not very nice.
Be up there with all of everything that Caruso is bringing up for drinks and food.
Caruso?
Fasano.
Yeah. Fasano. Caruso. I've heard it both ways. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a show, that's for sure. Enjoy your burgers.
Been something.
Tausch, hit them straight. Play well. Jesse, enjoy whatever Fasano brings you for your gathering.
Do we make sleeper picks for Sunday or Saturday since we're off, or like how do we do that? Are you guys preseason?
Well, we're not keeping score, so feel free to send those along.
To Blue.
Rest the starters. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to Blue tomorrow. He can replace me.
Okay, we will. We look forward to that. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. Again, Brian Bulaga, Riley Yauk, and me tomorrow on this here program. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000.